Looking for some new podcasts to listen to? Well, Rat Salad Review Network has plenty of shows to choose from. Like Rat Salad Review, where they discuss the latest rock and metal news, as well as interviews and albums. Album vs. Album, the King Diamond Podcast, with Wayne Noon, Greg Noggle, and sometimes this guy.
Smack 'em a gob!
Ralph Vieira is also on our network with the Vieira Vault. There's also Old Man Metal's Musings, where he discusses heavy metal and beer. Music is Life with Lou Mavs. The Right Opinion for those who love politics. A South Park podcast called Suck My Balls. The Infinite Fringe, a watch-along wrestling show called Beyond Bushido. Ex-Stradivarius guitarist, the Timo Tolkki podcast. And the Great Harry Barnett with I Don't Even Like Podcast and the Laughcast. So check out ratsaladreview.com or search Rat Salad Review on YouTube, Podbean, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and more.
Oh, I like the guy in the corner. That's my dream. Put the window up, you get a better high. Put your window up.
Yeah, right. Hotbox that bitch.
Hell no. Hell no.
Dude, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember doing that in my buddy's sister's car, and she was like freaking out, and she comes running down as I'm getting out of the car, and all the smoke's billowing out. I'm like, "What? What's the problem?" She's like, "You didn't throw the match in the back seat, did you?" I'm like, "No, I put it in the ashtray." What? What the fuck's the problem? She's like, "Dude, there's like 50 M80s in the back seat."
He's got to be frozen like that. Okay. Welcome to Album vs. Album. What's up, everybody?
Not much. I got a bag of chips, especially for you, Wayne.
Oh, don't you dare do that on the show.
Welcome back, George.
Thank you. Good to be back.
I will find something in the stuff that I recorded for the intro. Don't you worry about that.
I'll mute it when I'm eating. Don't worry.
I hope so. But yes, welcome, George. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
The last time.
Sorry. I'm actually sorry.
No, I don't think you are. The last time you were on the show, we were. Well.
Get it out of your system, right?
Right.
Cough, fart, shit, whatever you're going to do.
Are you done now? Thank you.
He's gonna rip one of those Step Brothers farts next with the cocked eye and everything. What?
Oh God! All right, he's on mute now. All right, I start this over. Welcome to what the hell show is it? Oh, all right. Welcome to Album vs. Album. What's going on, everybody? Hello again, George. What's up?
Well, not much. How you guys doing tonight?
Not too bad, not too bad. Thanks for coming on the show. And we had you pick two albums.
Mm-hmm.
And you picked two of my favorite albums. Lizzy Borden, or can you hear me now? Lizzy Borden, Visualize, and Master of Disguise.
Yep.
Two really great albums, and two very different albums, by the way. This album's very, like a rock opera type album, right?
Yeah.
This is more like a glam rockish type thing.
Mm-hmm.
But two really good picks. I like these picks. What made you pick these albums?
Visualize was one of the first albums I ever got when I started listening to metal and started playing music. In fact, Me Against the World was the first cover song I ever learned as a musician.
Oh, really?
Yeah, back in 80. When did this come out? 87? Yeah, 87.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, 87. So, yeah. And Master came in, I believe, in 89. You think I would have done a little more research prior to getting on the show? Yes.
You think we do?
Yeah, right.
We just wing it for an hour, right?
Pretty much.
Sometimes I get news, but
Well, we have the objective, but how we get there.
Right.
Yeah. All shortcut.
It's all free for all.
But like you said, you were practicing to Me Against the World. Did you like read like a book of like a tab book or something, or you just did it by ear?
Did it by ear.
Oh, that's
Yeah, most of the songs I learned, well, everything I learned is by ear.
Oh.
That just took longer because it was the first time
Right,
I've ever done it.
yeah.
Yeah, but now I can listen to most of anything and pick it up real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What got you into that album?
Again, the band I was in wanted to do this song. And
Oh, really?
so I went and picked it up, and I'm like, this is pretty cool shit. So, yeah, I got into it from that. I was turned on to it.
How long ago was that? Was that like the same year it was released, or?
Yeah, it was 87.
Oh, it was? Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. I was only like 7 years old.
Dating my age. Here we go.
Yes, you are. You're pretty old.
Thanks, mate. Thank you.
You're welcome. No problem.
Visualize was the first one I got as well, much later on, but yeah, it's a great album.
Yeah, it is.
It's a great album. All right, George, you want to go first? You want to tell us some stuff about the album or whatever you want to do, really?
Well, let's see what to say about it. I mean, it's more straight up rock, for the genre. I know Lizzy Borden was doing the whole theatric thing and took the whole idea from the Lizzy Borden axe murder and just turned it into basically a theatrical show and wrote music to it. I know that his drummer is his brother, and the only member. Yeah, the only member's been with him the whole time. Yeah. So it was more straight up. And then Visualize when it came out. I mean, Master of Disguise. Again, it's more. I believe they had a full orchestra involved in the production of that. Yeah, and that was. I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. I mean, I know, Nate, you're not into it, but I kind of like the orchestra stuff. I thought the songs were decent.
The orchestra stuff was cool.
Mm-hmm.
The sampling of Toccata and Fugue in D minor, I always like that song. That song is creepy as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, there was nothing really musically going on that involved the band that I was really interested in.
No, it was, I think, written more to be a commercial production than it was a showpiece of the musicians themselves.
Well, it's just really ballady, and I don't like ballady.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me of, like, my first thought was like Queensryche meets Manowar, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I thought of those kind of crappy Manowar ballads that I don't like, that other people seem to like. I don't know.
I'm sure I like some of those ballads.
Let me look them up.
It's because we're older.
Yes, that's probably true.
But I think that's why Master of Disguise went the way it did. It was because they were trying to expand the audience, if you will, without losing who they were.
Yeah.
I can understand that. It always bothered me a little bit because, well, I first heard this after, I got Visualize and I was getting into them and everything with Maiden and whatnot at the same time. And Master of Disguise always kind of sounded like Seventh Son light to me.
Yeah.
It's an okay album. It's good, but I definitely liked their earlier material a lot better than this one when I first heard it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, Give 'Em the Axe is just amazing. I love that EP.
Yeah, I could definitely see you guys liking that stuff more.
But I mean, I didn't know much about this band, though. Sorry, I was just throwing that out there.
That's okay. I think they walked the commercial line and still stayed, metal or rock, if you will, pretty well with Visualize, because Me Against the World, everybody can enjoy that song. It's a good metal song, but it's definitely a radio hit. And then even a couple of the ballads, unfortunately, I don't have the track list in front of me, and I haven't seriously listened to Master of Disguise in a long time. But, there's some good ballads on there.
Wrong album.
Which one do you want? That's
Visual. The other one.
Oh, shit.
We went backwards. I said let's start with Visualize.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Sorry. I thought you said Master of Disguise.
It doesn't matter at this point. We're all just kind of went all over the place.
Already went on falling down the steps already, so we're good.
Never Too Young to Die. That's a ballad song. That's one of my favorite songs.
I hated that song.
That's the one I really like, actually.
Never Too Young.
It's all chorus.
Who cares?
All fucking chorus. Oh my
best
god.
part.
Yeah, but dude, you got to understand. Again, that album was all right. You had the success with whatever success with Visualize, and back then, record companies were basically looking at you like you need to do better.
That doesn't make it good.
All right. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that from a business perspective,
I
you
know,
have
it's-
expectations. And if you want to keep making music and have that record deal, you have to meet certain standards from your investors.
I know why Cherry Pie exists.
Exactly. Why do you think the Metallica Black Album?
Right.
Metallica said,
But the Black
we can't do
Album
any
is
more
good.
speed. Yeah, I know. It was half like commercial stuff to expand the audience, and half,
It would be good if
true to
it
the
was a
fans.
Dokken album,
Yeah, but
but
that's
it's not.
the point.
It's a Metallica record.
Back then, there was no internet, no streaming, no putting your stuff out there on your own. It was, through a record label. So you were kind of beholden to what they wanted. And they expected you to improve upon what you had before. And if that meant going more commercial, I'm not saying it's okay, but if it means going more commercial to sustain, what you're doing, then that's the price you have to pay.
Yeah, I just have no clue why you guys like it.
For me, it's something I grew up with. It's catchy
you go for
because from a commercial perspective, again, it is catchy. It's memorable in that regard. A lot of people like speed metal. I'm not into it. I can only take so much.
I liked it for like 2 minutes of it, and then I'm like, okay, this needs to develop a little bit.
Sure.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay.
Like, it's not about choruses or anything. I always try to write choruses, and I'm in a thrash band.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's one thing I always saw hair metal as having over thrash bands, is having choruses and stuff like that, hooks. But like, just repeating the chorus for 3.5 minutes drives me fucking batshit. It's my main problem with Maiden too, and I love Maiden.
Right.
Yeah. I get it. I totally.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it makes total sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But "Never Too Young to Die" is an awesome song.
Yeah. I mean, I like
that
song.
That chorus can repeat forever. I don't care. That song could just last this whole album, and I'll just still like it.
It seemed like it. Every song sounded like that.
No, I don't
Except
think so.
for like "Roll Over and Play Dead," which I liked. I liked that song.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like "We Got the Power" is just everything
They Got the
about
Power
it
is
is
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like it, but everything about it is your standard commercial, the musical arrangement on it, verse, pre-chorus, chorus stuff. If you in the music theory, it's just total pop dribble with a metal sound to it. The heavy guitar.
Actually, that song, that's my least favorite song on this whole album. It sounds really out of place. It's like a terrible ending. It's too happy because all the other songs are kind of like a little bit dark.
It's a little bit of a concept album.
Yeah.
So but.
I don't know what the concept is. What is the concept?
I don't either. I really don't get it.
I have no clue.
I didn't delve deep enough into it to.
Because I heard Sins of the Flesh. I'm like, is this about being gay?
I don't think so.
Or Love is a Crime? Like, God, Love is a Crime. What a bad intro. Just, that's weird.
You don't like that?
Like, you can have either the phone sex intro or the melodic piano intro. They don't fit together.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't go to. You don't have the sexy and the melodic piano. It's just weird, especially since the piano's kind of like bummed out.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And you're just listening to this cheesy ass phone sex line.
It is a little bit out of place. I will give you that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think "Love Is a Crime" is a cool song. I don't like the horns. I think they're a little bit too much.
Yes.
Right.
But
It
at that
developed
time,
into a better song. Yeah.
right? Yeah. But at the time, everybody was using horns and stuff in their songs. So I can see it. Like Riot even has an album that's full of horns or something. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget which album that is. But
I like Psychodrama. That was kind of cool.
Psychodrama's cool. "Be One of Us." That's probably my favorite song of this whole.
That was okay.
My second favorite. But anything that has like the singable choruses that you obviously don't like. "Waiting in the Wings," that's a cool song. Even that's another ballad.
Yeah.
I like Psychodrama a lot, but and then again, even with the choruses and whatnot on this record, it doesn't for me have quite the same feeling as "Me Against the World" does.
Right.
I mean,
Right? No, it's
they had more fire on that, and I'm not saying you can't have fire in doing a concept album, because you definitely can. It's just, Master of Disguise is missing a little bit of that passion for me. And
Right.
while it does have good songs, I think it takes itself a little bit too seriously, and some of the moments where they're trying to work it longer, into the form of the concept album, but it's just a basic pop song. It loses me at points. Yeah.
Right. A lot of these songs
like the
could have been
songs
like a
I
minute and a half
like, I
shorter.
really like, but then I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted about that album overall.
If it was shorter, I'd probably be a lot more okay with that.
Yeah.
But it's an hour.
It's that long, really?
It's it's an hour.
12 songs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about an hour long.
Yeah.
And only 2 of them are under 3 minutes.
Wow.
Actually, only 2 of them are under 4 minutes.
Wow. I don't know. I like this album a lot, so it doesn't really bother me that much. I can listen to I can listen to pretty much every song on here except for that one. We Got the Power. I just think that's stupid. Even on the road.
Yeah, I hate that song.
Even though it's a concept album, but it's a very clunky concept album. I think it doesn't flow very well. But there are good songs.
It's not executed.
It's not Mind Crime.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
They were trying to go for that.
Thank you, George. That's the exact band I was going to bring up, too.
I'm like, oh my God, these guys love Queensryche.
Yeah.
It's like, that was my first thought. It's like, oh my God, this is just Operation Mind Crime with not as good of
Mind Crime less.
Like Diet Mind Crime, or no, it's
Diet Mind Crime.
No,
Mind Crime Light.
It's not even that. It's gluten-free Mind Crime.
Mind Crime Light.
Lizzy Borden presents.
It's gluten-free vegan Mind Crime.
But I think that's the thing with Lizzy Borden in general is he's not. I mean, he's original, but he's not really original. All this stuff that has been done before already,
right?
And he's done it after everybody else has, and he's trying to fit in.
Yeah.
You know, what's going on at
kind of, but he definitely had his own personality to what he did.
Right. Yes, he does have his own stuff, but music-wise, I think he was just trying to fit in with everybody else all the time.
He was his own salad, little ingredient of this, little ingredient of that to try and create his own unique dish.
Right.
Yeah.
Small note, the logo change, actually not awful.
Logo change. Oh. No,
right.
Logo.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I like the original logo a lot more, but the logo change actually not awful. It actually looks all right.
I don't.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't like that one. I
don't like it as much as I like the bat, but it's a good font.
That one's the best one.
Oh yeah.
He brought that logo back, by the way.
Oh, by far.
He did.
That's way better.
He just put it out.
It's a good font though. I do like the font.
Did he really?
2000.
It's like a metal David Bowie logo.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
Here's useless trivia for you. What was the name of the song? Oh God, I'm having a blank. Off the new album too. He did a video for it. I'll Google it real quick.
Yes, Midnight Things.
Long May They.
Yes,
Long May They Haunt
Us. Yep.
The video of that song, the young lady who's the primary model in that song was in one of our unreleased, soon-to-be released videos for Timeless Haunt. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, she lives up in the Scranton area. Athena Gott. Oh, nice girl.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
when is that video going to premiere?
Beats the shit out of me. It's still being worked on.
Wow.
With the editing and whatnot. So as soon as it is, I'll let you know.
Oh, that takes
Timeless Haunt. Shameless plug.
But all right, going back to Visualize, which we were first going to talk about.
Yeah. Thank God I listened to Master of Disguise first, because this sounded a lot better because of that.
Right. That's what I told you. I said you're probably gonna like the older stuff, even the newer albums after Master in Disguise. You'll probably like those too. They're more metal. They're not so. That's the only theatrical album.
That's the one.
Even then, I don't see all that much that's like remarkable about this album. Against the World's a cool song. It's all right.
What's that song with Deceive in the title? I'm drawing a blank on it right now.
There is none. There's Den of Thieves, yeah.
Den of Thieves. That's what I'm thinking of. I love that song. That's
cool.
Eyes of a Stranger is a good song, too.
Good song, yeah.
Not the Queensryche song. That was good, too. But
yeah, that is
a little different.
That one's a little bit better.
Yeah,
you got to remember, too, again, Visualize came out in 87. So what was really before then? I mean, you look at it, you think, oh, this has been done, that's been done. But put it in context of when this came out relative to, the last 30 years or whatever since.
Yeah.
We got all these other things we can look at, too. But, yeah, was he innovative at all at the time? No. But,
Yeah, because he picked up a lot of his ideas from, like, Alice Cooper. So
yes.
Right.
Big time.
I don't know. There's just a lack of dynamic
Yeah,
songwriting that kind of irks me a little bit. Like, I just want a little more drive to it, like sort of a little bit more Too Fast for Love in it.
Yeah, so I think he actually hit that on the later albums.
Okay.
After Master in Disguise, when he came back, I think they got way better. They finally, I guess, maybe figured out who they are, or what he wants to do. And they got heavier too, and his sound also got more modern. This album, about 87. They're just starting out pretty much. I mean, what was this actually? The second album or third album?
Second full length. Didn't have an EP.
Yeah, they had an EP, then Love You to Pieces.
Pieces, right.
And
then that one.
Yeah. Love You to Pieces is great, too.
Yeah, again, you didn't have Pro Tools back then. You had to go into a real studio. And, so how much, was somebody investing in them to go in and do this stuff, too?
Right, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of bands, from
you say that like I use Pro Tools.
That I like, where they're not necessarily innovators, but it's played in that style and it's good.
Right.
It rocks.
Right.
So I like it, and I've always felt that way about Lizzy Borden, but I always really dug what I do like from them.
Yeah.
And Visualize is definitely one of those albums.
Me Against the World, their version of Twisted Sisters, We're Not Gonna Take It.
Right.
Sort of the anthemic crowd pleaser that's, anti-establishment or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, thank God they didn't go the Judas Priest route and release a version of Parental Guidance.
What's wrong with that song?
It's garbage.
All right, so what's
Speaking of Priest, didn't Ram It Down come out in 87?
88, yeah.
88.
Something like that, 87,
I like that
That
album.
sounds like a song they ripped off from Bryan Adams, though.
Down?
Parental Guidance.
Oh,
yeah.
Guidance.
Yeah.
What's some of your other favorite songs off Visualize, George?
Well, again, Eyes of a Stranger. I like that one. Lord of Flies isn't bad. I do like, of course, Me Against the World. I mean, the rest of them are okay.
I like the title of Voyeur, parentheses, I'm watching you. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool song, yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember all that much.
Den of Thieves really stands out for me. I'm kind of surprised nobody else mentioned that one. Huh.
What is it about you like?
That one's just got a really driving guitar riff to it. It stood out a little bit for me, especially coming after, I think that's the next song after Shock, maybe, which is really middling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe it's just the fact that there's Me Against the World, then Dullness, and then that song kicks back in. But
True.
it had a lot of energy to it, and the way it starts off, the intro to it before the whole song kicks in is pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Nice little build up.
Mm-hmm.
You don't like Shock Treatment? I think I like that one. Shock.
Yeah.
Nah, that one.
The chorus
one's a little.
The chorus is
That
weak.
one's a little too faceless for me. It's kind of missing that flair. I'm not crazy about that one. I think it was a bad pick for the second song on the album.
Right.
They should have buried it later on.
Yeah.
Actually, no. It's funny. I'm looking at the lyric sheet, and all the songs are out of order on the lyric sheet than they are on the back of the thing.
Maybe they had to change the song order after it was
I
already printed.
Yeah, you're right. Same with on the CD.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
Shock's
that's
the
fucking
first
weird.
one. Lear.
Yeah.
Shock is the first one, and then Me Against the World, Den of Thieves, Visualize, Visions, Lord of the Flies, Eyes of a Stranger, Outcast, and then Voyeur. So yeah.
What the
That's
fuck?
interesting. I'll have to listen to this in that order. I want to see.
They
if
must have
it's
just
any
copy
better.
pasted it.
It's possible. But
Either that, or because they did this a lot in the 80s, actually, they would press up the preliminary on how they wanted to release it, and then the executives would go in and say, okay, this is going to be a hit, and that's going to be a hit, so put it as the first song on side one, then the first song on side two, which is why the U.S. press of British Steel is different from the rest of the world.
didn't know that. I did not know that.
Yeah, side two is actually supposed to start off with "You don't have to be old to be wise," not "Living After Midnight."
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like it starting off with Living After Midnight, though.
It does sound good starting.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good way to just jump into side 2.
It works, but again, I had the British press of it, so that sounds weird to me.
Ooh, I have the British press of that. Have you seen my Diamond Belt album?
But I like the Visual Lie song. That's a pretty cool one. Got a cool chorus. Eyes of a Stranger is good. Voyeur's good. I just don't like how he says voyeur. It just sounds weird.
He's got
I like it.
He's got that operatic style of voice singing too, kind of Jeff Tate-ish.
Yeah, but it's a cool song. And the other thing that I like, that it took me a while to get used to, is how Lizzy does like the backups. He like kind of does I don't know how you say it. He like sings it off from like the vocal that's up front, and then he does the back ones like off from the front vocals. I don't even know. How am I just?
I did like his sense of harmonics.
That's what I'm trying to word.
I hated when he did the cover of "Born to Be Wild" for the Decline of Western Civilization Part 2. His vocal style does not work on that song. I thought that was an awful choice to take from their set and put on the soundtrack.
I agree with you, Greg, on that one. I do. I agree.
Yeah, I really wish they would have put it. I mean, at the least, come on, put Me Against the World on there. But really, you're going to do the cover of Born to Be Wild.
Right.
Yeah.
Why would you do a cover?
Oh, and John Holmes is on this as well. He's from,
I saw that.
Yeah, he's from Wasp, right?
That's Chris Holmes.
Chris Holmes.
Is his brother? Is that his brother at least?
No clue.
David Lee Roth and Ozzy Osbourne.
Well,
Yes,
the only Johnny Holmes I know is the guy
I know who you're going.
14-inch dick. But
is it him? Do you think it's the same guy?
yeah, he played the cello.
That's how he plays the guitar.
That's how he gets all that vibrato.
Oh, Jesus.
Believe me, you don't want to be in the front row at the end of the show. You thought Guar was a mess.
Yeah, right. And, also, actually, I just noticed this too, because I really never looked at the back of this. But Max Norman, he did a lot of the Megadeth albums too.
Mm-hmm.
So this also has the Megadeth sound to it as well. Now that I think about it, that's kind of cool. I always looked when I was younger, and I would look for albums. I always looked because back then I would be more into, who produced what, and I would be more into the albums. And when I saw Max Norman, I knew it was going to be an album I would probably like, so I would mostly buy those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weren't they on the Shocker soundtrack as well? Speaking of Max Norman.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think so.
What did I do?
Yeah, because he produced like everybody's albums that ended up having a song on that.
Yeah.
Megadeth, Dead On.
Oh my God, I remember Dead On.
I love Dead On, dude. That album's great.
I have that CD somewhere.
Different breed.
Yeah.
They disappeared. The other
sorry, it kind of flipped out. There we go.
Got a boner and a laptop fell.
Yeah, right. Is there a hole in that laptop?
Catapulted.
I really love the album cover. The album cover is really cool.
It's all right.
I love that. It's like totally 80s. It's, he's coming through the old television
Could you
set.
use less face paint?
No.
Yeah, he could.
Looks like one of the girls from Goldeneye. Or, no, not Goldeneye. Goldfinger. Goldfinger. That's the one.
I don't know.
Or she's dead on the bed covered in gold paint. That's what I'm kind of thinking of.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Yeah, the back of it's terrible looking though.
That's an original press there.
That's what my laptop looks like.
Yeah. What's that, Nate?
That's what my laptop looks like.
What, the eye?
Yeah, you put an eye hole.
It's got a big hole in it, yeah.
And there's a picture of the band too, with no makeup or nothing. Pretty scary looking.
I'll call it
some eyeliner there.
Yeah, just a little bit. But that's cool. It's the 80s, man. Everybody was trying to be,
Oh yeah, I know. The back of my Exciter album looks like that too. Yeah. I got the one.
Oh yeah,
like ripping her face off.
The Wicked.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. The big hair.
Good album, though.
You did the big hair
too? I love that
too?
record, but it actually has the only song I hate from Exciter on it.
Yes.
I hate School Rules. I hate that song.
I think that's the one I hate too. I haven't listened to that album in like.
But you had poofy hair, George?
I did.
Wow.
I'm not sure. I have them, but you're not seeing them.
Well, I'm glad at some point you heard a Mentors record.
Yeah. Oh, God, I remember
I
them.
fucking love the Mentors.
Heterosexuals have the right to rock. Golden showers.
George,
the best ever is my bitch is on the rag. Bleeding hole is such a drag.
It rhymes.
God, I love El Duce.
we have 2 shows with you singing that song now.
Cool.
Yeah, you sing that quite often. George,
It's a good one.
Yes, we were talking in the emails about the differences on these albums. One of the albums, I forget which one.
I was going to bring Master of
Master.
Disguise.
Yep.
The version I'm holding here with the black lettering on the CD that you probably can't see very well.
No, I've seen it.
Their first version, they're on Metal Blade, was distributed through Enigma, and the lettering is pink. This
What?
is the lettering is a pink script. They're listed on eBay.
That's
you can
fucking weird.
Hey, dude.
No. I'm just thinking, like, how the hell can you see pink show up on a CD? What the fuck? I don't know how anyone could sign off on that.
And then this version is the WEA distribution, Warner Brothers Electra Atlantic Records, who I think picked up Metal Blade partway between, so they re-pressed and redistributed. So there's a couple of versions, and there's another version. I think a Roadrunner version too out there.
Really?
Yeah.
Roadrunner, where all good bands go to die.
Well, I think Roadrunner and Enigma had a distribution deal around that time.
Yeah. And then there's a Japanese release too.
Well, I don't have an insert for that album.
I was looking at that one online. The insert booklet for that one is pretty cool.
Yeah.
For Master in Disguise?
Yeah, for the Japanese version. You can see it on Discogs. The guy took a bunch of pictures and laid it all out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the older albums, what the hell is the one? Menace to Society?
Menace to Society, yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't really going to buy records and vinyl and stuff like that for a while, and then somebody posted online a picture of the inside of the artwork on that album. And it was a drawing of the band, and it just looked really cool. And one day I was in a music store, and I saw it. They had it for like $5, so I had to buy it. So that started my record collection.
Nice.
I have that one as well. And Give 'Em the Axe, which is my original, has a giant bong water stain on it. I probably couldn't sell it if I wanted to.
Is your Give 'Em the Axe? Is it just a black cover and it just says Give 'Em the Axe? Okay.
Yeah, it just has the bat logo and says Give 'Em the Axe and like slasher movie writing.
Yeah.
Because I got one on CD and it's got him on the front cover of it.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what's on the insert because of that water stain, it's still stuck to the inside all these years later.
I'll show it back there. All right. So, what are we going to give these albums? Let's start with Visualize first. Let's start with George. What would you give Visualize? 1 through 10.
1 through 10, 10 being the highest. I would give Visualize an 8.
Wow, 8.
Yeah, I do. And again, one of the first albums I ever bought. I really do enjoy the songs. It kind of helps, lead me down the metal path. So.
Right. Yeah.
I
So it holds
it.
some special meaning for you.
It does.
I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it, but it's still not as strong as it should be. As he's going to get later on in his career, he gets a lot stronger. Nate?
I'm going to give it like a 5 or a 6.
5 or a 6? Well, which one?
It's all right. I'm probably a 6, so you don't get as mad at me. It's all right. Nothing really sticks out for me.
Yeah. No, I totally get it. I'm not going to get mad at you. It's okay. It's all right.
It's like castrated wasp almost.
Yeah.
At times.
That's not it is pretty close to Inside the Electric Circus. I'll give you that.
Right. Yeah. That's exactly what I mean.
Although 9 to 5 Nasty, one of the best Wasp songs ever.
Yeah.
That's because Chris Holmes' brother was on this album. Greg?
Same as you, Wayne. 7.5. I like this one a lot. Yeah.
Cool.
I really want to give it an 8 because, much like George, I have a lot of memories tied to this one too, but it just doesn't have enough memorable songs for me to give it more than a 7.5. But it's still a really good, solid record from Lizzy Borden.
Yeah. I thought you were agreeing with Cat again.
No, he hasn't shown up.
Master in Disguise, George.
Yeah, I'm also going to give this one an 8. Again, there is a sentimental part to it. Yeah, but I do like the song, the cheesy, commercial-oriented, orchestrated tunes.
Yeah, I'm giving it an 8 as well. I feel the same way. Even though it's a little bit of a...
Date's going to throw up.
Oh, no. You're not going to like my answer.
No, I can imagine. But, even though it's a little bit of...
You never do.
A disjointed concept album. I still like it a lot. There's a lot of catchy songs, even though Nate hates every single chorus that's on it. I like them. It's just very cool. I like this album. I don't like the album cover, though. I think the album cover looks like...
It's lame.
It is very lame. There's a stupid mask. I don't
With
like
a stupid eye on it.
Yeah, I don't like the
logo. Looking at you.
But otherwise...
Like, buy me.
Buy me.
Yeah. All right, Nate. What are you
I'm going to give it like a 3. Seriously, it was like a painful experience listening to this.
Wow.
I told you weren't going to like my answer, Wayne.
This is your last show.
You say that every time, yet I keep coming back. I'm like herpes.
I like you, so it's okay. I forgive you. I get it. I understand.
I liked the other one. The other one was all right. It's just it's not even that I don't like concept albums because I love Tommy, but it's like
no, I totally get it.
It's too much on the it's ballad heavy
compared to the other concept albums that were out at this time. King Diamond had a concept album at the time. Queensryche had a concept album at the time.
Exactly. There was like 1,000 better concept albums.
Seventh Son.
In the exact same style.
Yep.
I don't even like Seventh Son all that much.
Blasphemer.
It's like everything that's wrong with Maiden while still being a decent album.
You're really pushing it on this show. What the hell's the matter with you?
Oh my God, Somewhere in Time is way better.
Fucking
what are you
millennial.
About?
Somewhere in Time is my second.
Somewhere in Time is
album.
It's my favorite Maiden album. It's the one where Nico finally says, "Maybe I can do more than 3 drum beats."
All right, shut up, Greg.
He's laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah, right.
I know, right?
Master of Disguise, I have to give a 5. It's okay overall, but I really don't care for about half the songs on it. And although they do some cool stuff on here, it sounds like they were kind of struggling to find the sound or their identity on this one. It's a neat idea. It just could have been executed better. But
King Diamond's concept album was The Eye, wasn't it? So Them. Sorry.
Or actually, wait, 89? You said, George, it would have been Conspiracy. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yes, sir. Yeah, like I said, it feels like they were just kind of jumping on that concept bandwagon, trying to make their own concept album. So
right.
Yeah. And the album directly before this, Visualize, and the one directly after this that the name escapes me right now, but both of them are so much better than this. It just kind of
Deal with the Devil.
Deal with the Devil.
Yeah.
Love that record.
Yeah, that's a really good one. You would really like that one, Nate. So check that one out.
Which one? Deal with the Devil?
Deal with the Devil.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I've heard some of their stuff from it and thought it was okay. So I thought like Visualize and Master of Disguise were going to be like that, sort of the more priesty kind of screaming for vengeance kind of sound,
Yeah. No, that's what Deal with the Devil sounds more priesty-ish.
Right.
But, Appointment with Death is really good too.
Honestly,
I like glam stuff when it sounds like Priest.
Yeah. Honestly, I think once they started to get a little bit more popular with Menace to Society, Enigma kind of pushed them in a more commercial direction.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course. All right. Well, I guess the winner is Visualize.
And George is going to go jam me against the world right now.
That's right.
Yeah. Do you still play any of the songs? Actually, just curious.
Not in the band, no.
Oh, okay.
Well, you're gonna have to. Your vocalist keeps putting up vocal videos of like cover songs and stuff.
Yeah, but what cover songs is he putting up?
Really shitty ones. He did Scorpions.
He did Wind of Change by Scorpions.
Yeah.
Okay. Dude, you do a Scorpion song and you pick the worst possible one you could pick.
Yep, that's what I told him. Like, really?
He's
I don't know.
sitting home with time on his hands, you know.
But he did put a thing up about suggestions for you guys to cover.
That was me.
Oh, that was you? Okay.
That was me.
Good. So, you did see my suggestion was a Sabotage song. I don't remember which one. Oh, Edge of Thorns.
I used to play Edge of Thorns. Oh, yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, great song.
So you know
Great song. Oh, yeah, I know it. I played it on the piano as well as the bass, so yeah.
Yeah, all right.
There's actually a Lizzy Borden song I'd like to hear you guys do. I just wish I would. I should probably grab the record because I can't remember the name, but it's definitely like track 4 on Give 'Em the Axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
But do you have any covers coming up that you want to do?
Not specifically, no.
No,
I haven't really thought of any.
So what's going on with what?
Tyler's Haunt recording?
He's taking the time to work on the recording or any new music, but it sounds like he's going to talk about that. So
exactly, segue right into it. Yeah, we were supposed to be in the studio yesterday and today recording CD number 2, but because of the whole COVID restriction thing, had to get it postponed. We don't know when we're going back in. So in the meantime, everybody's at home recording parts and sending them to each other. And we actually had an impromptu Skype on Sunday and actually arranged an entire song. So now we're trying to record it on our little shitty home recording software just so we have some rough draft template that we can, finally work up when we get together.
Yeah.
So...
How'd that go with Skype with the music and everything? Everything came out fine?
Yeah, you know what it is? One person starts playing, it kind of drowns everything else out.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, it's like it buffers everything. So we got to work through that. I don't know if House Party or there's another app that works better.
You could try Zoom.
Zoom, yeah. Yeah, the meeting app, sure.
Yeah, I know a lot of people. But that's only good for like 45 minutes for free. After that,
really?
You have to pay for it if you want longer.
Fuck that.
$15.
Yeah, that was what we said.
Yeah, I wasn't paying for that no more. Nice program though. But where could people go to find your band?
Timeless Haunt, Haunted Symphony. The website's www.timelesshaunt.com. We are also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all the social media sites. Haunted Symphony, we released this last year through... we sell it ourselves, Wayne.
Yes. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
So you can purchase through us, through the website. There are various online stores, all the usual places that you can download music. So hopefully CD number 2 will be out soon.
Very cool. You gonna have some merch yet, or what's going on?
Working on that too.
Yeah. Right.
Working on that too, yeah.
Oh, and I know you guys were gonna change up the logo. What's going on with that?
It's almost done.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I don't have it with me, but I should have it in the next day or so.
Is it a lot different from that logo, or?
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah. I'm trying to think how to describe it. I don't know. I'll send you a copy of it, Wayne, like you see it.
Yeah,
I prefer to be surprised. Yes.
Prefer to be surprised. There you go.
No, I need to know everything now. But
I've got no patience, none whatsoever.
Fucking New Yorkers.
That's right. All right. Well, I thank you very much for coming on the show.
Well, thanks for having me again.
It's 2 good albums. I like them both. I'm sorry Nate didn't feel the same way.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, and good picks, George. I don't really get to talk about Lizzy Borden much.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for getting me to listen to new music.
Hey,
I can always say
he pulled
that.
a positive out of this. He pulled a positive. There you go.
Yes.
Now I know which Lizzy
more
Borden albums
you know.
I should be listening to.
Right. Yeah. Which ones you shouldn't be, yeah.
Right.
I'll send you some stuff.
Okay, cool.
I think Visualize might have been the first CD I ever stole.
Really?
There you go.
Because I didn't have enough money to get them all, but I knew I was for sure getting Give 'Em the Axe, Love You to Pieces, and Menace to Society.
Right.
Yeah.
It's funny. I never heard of them. I mean, I never heard their music. I've always heard the name.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah,
so I
me
never
too.
even bothered. I never bothered to check them out. And then when Appointment of Death came out, I think I saw a video or somebody was talking about it, and I just figured, let me just buy it just to see what it sounds like, and I
Mhm.
really liked it. You know, so that was my first introduction to them. I was very late into the game, but I became a big fan.
I had a compilation with "Give 'Em the Axe" on it, and
So
and
everybody,
then I heard "Me Against the World."
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody, please go check out Lizzy Borden. Go check out all their albums, but you can check out the 2 albums that we reviewed here, and let
Yeah,
us
don't
know.
listen to me. They're probably better than I think they are.
Yeah,
Yeah, don't listen to me on this one.
that's right. Don't listen
They
to
play.
the
They play
millennials.
with a lot of bands I like. So
That is true. So go check them out. Let us know what you think about them. And we will see you guys next time. And please go to ratshourreview.com. And please, we are up to 300 subscribers on YouTube. Please get us to 400 now. So please tell your friends, share the show, buy a t-shirt, ratshourreview.com. The link is right
I
there.
did. It's a great T-shirt.
You did. You should have worn
I did. I should have worn it.
it. That's all right.
But that's
I'll wear my own
okay
shirt.
because he's
I'll wear it
strong
next
but
time
pretty.
I come on. I am strong and pretty. Semi. Both.
strong, independent woman.
Yeah.
Don't need them, man.
Now this is what he's talking about.
That's it.
Yep.
Strong and pretty. And that he is. And that you are. We will see you guys next time.
All right,
Toodaloo.
gentlemen.
Bye-bye.
Next
you,
time
everyone.
with
Take
Forbidden
care.
versus.
What?